So today we're going to make garlic toast with greens, and I'll be using whole wheat bread for the garlic toast, and I will be using kale for the greens. So when you buy kale in the grocery store, it comes in a bunch. It looks like this, and I'll show you one piece. So this is the curly kale, so that would be one piece of kale. So that's what it looks like. And you can also, just so you know, in Wisconsin, you can kale grows really well in gardens in Wisconsin, and when it frosts, it can be a hard frost, and the kale won't be affected. In fact, a hard frost makes kale even sweeter. So I encourage you to try to grow kale because you can pick kale out of the garden even if there's snow on top of it. You just pick it, shake the snow off, and you're good to go. So why would you want to eat kale? So kale not only is very tasty, it is very healthy. It has many vitamins in it, such as vitamin C, folate. It also has something called antioxidants or phytonutrients, and those are substances that can help prevent diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, and obesity. Okay, so now we're gonna chop up the kale. So the whole kale plant is going to look like this, and it has this very thick stem. So one easy way to get the leaves off the stem is just to take, I guess, between your thumb and your finger, and just, sometimes it's kind of tough, and kind of pull it off. And then this you'll discard. You can compost that if you want. So I've got my kale, and what you're going to do is you want to chop it pretty little. And if you kind of scrunch it up, that's how I do it. I just scrunch it up, and I take a sharp knife, and like I said, I'm chopping it pretty small because it is a little bit of a tougher leaf. So when you chop it small, it just seems to kind of tenderize it a bit. And then I'm going to take my kale, and what I have over here is I've been sauteing garlic for about 30 seconds or so. So that's ready to go, and I can just throw my kale right in there, and I've got another little bowl I did earlier, so I'll just put that all in there, and I'm going to simmer that for, I'm going to stir it occasionally and simmer for about 2 minutes. So it's been cooking for about 4 minutes. You can cook anywhere from 2 minutes to probably like 6 minutes. If you want it a little softer, you could cook it longer, but I think this is where I'll stop. And so then how this is served, oh, I forgot about the lemon. So then I did mix some lemon juice with salt, and I'm going to pour this in here. And that will flavor it. Plus the lemon juice helps to counteract the bitterness that you get from the kale. So it definitely improves the taste. I'm going to stir that around to get the lemon juice stirred in there. And the way this is served is I did make I took just regular whole wheat bread and cut it into triangles, and I put it in the oven at 350 for 4 minutes. Before I did that, I drizzled some olive oil onto each piece of bread, and the way you drizzle is I pour the olive oil into a spoon, and I just lightly drizzled each piece, kind of spreading it around. And then to flavor it with garlic, I took a garlic clove and I cut it in half, and this is before I toasted it, I rubbed the garlic on the bread. So you have your garlic toast, and the way this is served is you take a little bit of your kale mixture, you put it on your garlic toast, and you take a little bit of Parmesan cheese on top. And there you go. You've got your garlic toast with your kale.